Hi everyone. I'm running a little late today. I've been doing readings and catching up on everything. I didn't have a very good night's sleep last night, so I sort of, dallied around being a bit slow today and catching up on things, which was awesome. So I want to say I hope you're all doing well. I don't know if everybody was waiting for me this morning, and I don't know who I'm going to catch at this time of the day. But of course, it's around about 3:45 in Australia, PM. So it's all sorts of things all over the world. So wherever I'm catching you, I hope you're looking after yourselves, taking care, and using the time smartly. We all sort of talk about not having time to do things, and I just think this is fabulous because it's giving us time to catch up. Although my family and I, hey Haley, oh, were you? Oh, you're so beautiful. Thank you. My family are just saying, how much we miss each other. And I was like, it's so hard, isn't it? Because that's the one thing I really miss is just being able to drop in for a cuppa. And I've been watching people visiting each other and they just sit out the front, bring their chair with them and talk to people through the doors. So, anyway, I guess what we can do, we can do. How are you going, Haley? How are you coping with everything? Are you still working? A lot of people still working that I've been talking to. So I thought I might just read from a book today called The Little Book of Golden Rules. Oh, thank you. I'm going to do it more often. Oh, sorry, Teresa. I know. I'm going to do it more often now. I've got OIU. Um, I've got used to doing the live thing. I think I'd like to do a little bit more, although I'm sort of throwing myself on as I am. There's nothing pleasant about the way I look. I'm just as I am today. Hey Julie, how you going? So I've got this book here called The Little Book of Golden Rules, and it's by John Morgan. So I'm starting to dig all my old books out to remember about them, the things I liked. And I'm going to read you this it's sort of like a little poem that's in there, but it's from an unknown source. So I'll read it to you. To laugh is to risk appearing the fool. To weep is to risk appearing sentimental. To reach out for another is to risk involvement. To expose feelings is to risk exposing your true self. To place your ideas, your dreams before a crowd is to risk their loss. To love is to risk not being loved in return. To live is to risk dying. To hope is to risk failure. But risks must be taken because the greatest hazard in life is to risk nothing. If you risk nothing and do nothing, you dull your sight. You may avoid suffering and sorrow, but you cannot learn, feel, grow, change, love, and live. Chained by your attitude, you are a slave. You have forfeited your freedom. Only if you risk are you free. And I thought that was really beautiful when I went around looking around for something to read. I thought that was a really nice thing to read at the moment because we very often, absolutely. Hey, Jody, how you going? Oh, very nice. And I think you mean Salem there. um, Oh, beautiful. Yeah, I love books. I'm a book freak. I think I said to everybody before I had like bookcases full of books, and when I decided to throw a lot of them out because they were taking up so much room, my poor daughter was in a fritz and she said to me, "How are you going to do without your books, Mum?" But in those days I read a lot of novels, as well as nonfiction books. So very much into Stephen King and Dean Kuntz and some of those writers. But nowadays good on you, Jody. Nowadays, I really do like reading nonfiction, and I've gone through my pop psychology phase, and I've gone through my psychology phase. I've done a lot of studying over the years, so I've done a lot of reading of books that have helped me grow. And along the way, of course, many of them have meant so much to me. So I've sort of kept a very small library. Um, I worked a lot through some of the things that we talk about, obviously, on the channel. So I have a lot of books around those things. Hey, hi from Geelong. How are you, Helen? Um, and I think it would be lovely if you guys, I mean, you come on every day and you speak to me. If you'd like me to talk about something, oh, thank you so much. See, when you say things like that, my little heart just absolutely fills with love for you guys. You are just amazing. Thank you for supporting me. But if you'd like to do something, because I'm thinking now I'm starting to really enjoy the lives, I might start to do some more things on here. You know what worried me about the lives, and I do need to have people on here just to to take out anybody that's negative or mean, because I hear that happens quite a lot on here. So I will organise to have some, what do they call people who do that? There is a name for them. But going through and making sure that people aren't being rude or horrible to each other. While I've only got a few like this, it's great. But when I do the Facebook lives, the things just fly through like nobody's business, and I miss people all the time. Thanks, Hayley, a moderator. So I'm going to have to give a couple of people the rights to moderate on the channel, so they can just not get into arguments or fights. Just take them off. Just get rid of them. So. But anyway, I will leave you with that for today. Please take care of yourselves. It's so lovely. Thank you for joining me for this brief amount of time. I will see you. I will see you tomorrow for a brief moment at some stage or another during the day. You're most welcome, Hayley. It's my pleasure. I love it. As I said to you before, I get just as much pleasure out of doing this as you guys get from me. So it's very reciprocal. We're 6 of Pentacles all the way. All right. Look after yourselves, and we'll talk tomorrow. Mwah.